film Cheryl have been able to do is tell very compelling stories of people that they empathise with and understand in their context.
Well, I got an email. I remember like the subject being like Sierra Leone, and I opened that one because I was like, oh, that's interesting. What's that all about? And then it was the invitation to come on board, and I immediately said yes. I love that making Cheryl's hands book that women are not the problem, people are the solution.
When I started reading what Half the Sky is about and what the message is and the story.
You are so beautiful and so smart. I know you'll be very successful.
You can't say no.
Maybe I shouldn't ask, but can I ask, did your husband ever hit you? No.
Because I'm very nice.
Nick and Cheryl kind of revolutionized the way people talk about hate and made people very fired up and inspired, and certainly made me want to get out there and be a part of the movement.
So you were a commercial sex worker from when to when?
From 1994 to 98.
I'm just curious how much you were paid for that work.
50 shillings.
It's a tough topic. The challenge that women and girls face around the world is not an easy topic to talk about. But we really think it is the moral challenge of this century.
Nick and Cheryl are out there talking about this issue, and not just talking about it theoretically, but they have all these stories about actual girls and women that are going through some of these struggles. That really brings it to life for a much wider audience.
Is that red door, is that a problem, I think?
Yes, it is.
Do you have a supply of condoms here?
No, they don't have it. They have to buy it.
You have to buy condoms? As long as the victims are poor, rural, female, illiterate, they don't have voice.
Don't want to forget that.
To be physically present in a place is irreplaceable. Nicholas is right. You have to show up.
She's fine.
She is fine.
Okay. This is like a war map, a strategic map. Where do we need someone to fight the enemy? She doesn't have a radial pulse. Disease, death.
Celebrities can bring these issues into the limelight. That's just a no-brainer. That's your job, you know, to shine a little light on people that are actually doing the hard lifting.
Mate, that's what I tell you. It's getting solo.
But from a brothel or
From a brothel.
You can't come up with something more beautiful than a young, innocent girl. And to inflict that experience on that human being is unspeakably cruel.
So she had to like 10, 12 times a day. If she don't want it, they beat her. I want to empower survivors to sit up and say no. If they want to say no.
3-year-old.
This is a 3-year-old girl who's been raped, and she's just come back for follow-up.
Yeah. We shouldn't allow the violence that is being inflicted on women to continue. It must stop. Because it can't stop. And they need to be part of the solution.
Stay safe, okay? Sometimes the problem feels so big that changing one life doesn't feel like enough.
But it is. So every person, every corner of this world needs to raise a voice and say this has to stop.
This is not rocket science. This is not a problem that is unsolvable, that we have to invent something new. It just takes political will.
The rights we want to choose our husbands. We want to own the land. We want to go to school. We don't want to be capped anymore. We want also to make decisions. We want to participate in politics, to be leaders. We want to be equal.
The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. If we are going to see real development in the world, then our best investment is women.